Hello everyone, this is our video for Jurassic Park 30. I know it was a day or two ago by the time this video is out, but I recorded it on JP30. We're going to start a little park here. I went ahead and built the entrance area themed after Jurassic Park. This isn't a replication. It's sort of taking the plot that the game gives us, what would you do if you were in charge of building Jurassic Park, which I've actually never done before. So there's that area. We're going to go ahead and start on a hotel section over here, which the Jurassic Park hotels really connect to each other really well, so we're just going to place like 30 of these things everywhere. Because it makes sense for the hotel section to be first. I want you to know we're not abandoning World Park. We are going to finish this park build, but I decided to make this video for JP30, and we'll do this park build a little later. It doesn't look the best of all my parks. I have to say that this one's kind of not as good because I just do the best with the Jurassic World building set, but we're going to try our best, just have fun with this. It's going to be a little park. We're just building this hotel section today and a Proceratosaurus exhibit. So, enjoy the speed build. This work is really ugly, but it's hard to get it to fit with these weirdly shaped buildings. So, I'm doing the best I can with it. In fact, it's also the, the 12th, so yesterday when this video is coming out probably, was the Jurassic World Evolution 1 5-year anniversary, which is crazy. Which also means Fallen Kingdom was about 5 years ago. But for that, I'm doing a T-Rex exhibit build in Jurassic World Evolution. I've already recorded that. That'll probably be up today or tomorrow. It's hard to get these videos to come out on the day, because I can't work on this every day. And, you see those ranger cars right there? People, probably not everyone knows that you can drive them away from the ranger station and they won't go back if you encase the ranger station in anything like decorations, fences, or trees. I just built up a mountain around the ranger stations and built a forest, because the ranger teams can't drive through the forest, and that way it looks more natural and it's out of the way. We're going to put a fossil zone here. I always use the fossil zone because it's like the only one that makes sense. We're using the new fence to make a little exhibit here. For this park, we're only going to be using the dinosaurs from the original Jurassic that were in Jurassic Park. So that's 14 species. That means no lagoons, and that are only pterosaurs. Which doesn't bother me. I don't use lagoons a lot anyway, because I feel like they should be a special thing in your park, not something that you use all the time. Which is why we're not gonna have that. Well, that's a reason that doesn't bother me to not have a lagoon in this park. Another thing that I'm hoping to put on the channel soon is more tours, because I have lots of save files that I haven't done tours for on the channel. So I'm hoping to come out with some of those soon. Probably I'll do those full swing after I'm done with World Park. which I've already finished building the next continent, and we'll actually, I said in my last video that we were going to try to do a continent per episode, but this next episode is going to be 2 continents, because, well, I don't have enough footage because I built Europe and it was only recording half the time. So we're gonna build Europe and Africa in 1 episode. So, yeah. This is really hard to space because you can't change the curve of these. Something I think that would be so cool, these wall pieces. What if we had this as a fence? Like you could place a fence with the fossil built in. That would just be so cool. And used all the time. And there's no reason they shouldn't do stuff like that, really. Using the new banners. We're just using lots of new decorations here to try out all this stuff in the new update. You can watch my video on that on the channel. And I'm putting these signs for the visitor center, because that's teasing the next area, which will be the visitor center. I'm putting this restroom here. I actually like it more than the actual restroom that's in the games. So I'm going to use that quite often. And of course, planters. I was, of course, not alive when Jurassic Park came out, but it's, even still, it seems weird to me that it's a 30-year-old movie. When I think of 1993, I don't think 30 years ago. And here I'm going to proceed to entirely overuse these new wall pieces. I noticed that the patterns on them look very repetitive when you place a lot, so in a minute I'm going to turn some of them like that and rotate some of them. But I'm basically just encasing this whole section so people don't walk out into the forest. And I'm doing voiceover for this video. I'm gonna try to not to do that as much with my build. I like to do voiceover, but those videos don't perform as well. But just for this video, I'm just gonna do this one time. On my videos, actually, the average view duration is really bad. It's usually like a minute and a half. So if there's, which I don't think that's, I mean, that might be average, but if you have any, I don't know, I must be doing something wrong, but, if you have any ideas, tell me in the comments, and, yeah, well, never mind. Most people probably aren't even watching this first video. You'll notice I put a couple of the pieces with doors on them. That's going to lead to the nature walk, which is just a short little trail. It's going to lead to the visitor center area. I wish we had so the jungle in this game, I don't really like it that much compared to the first game. It's Jurassic Park. I want my scary jungle, like crowding in on you everywhere. And actually, the tropical biome is my least favorite tree brush set because you can't make a forest with it because it's lacking those cover plants that fill in the tree trunks. We have the big tree, and then we have palm trees basically. And palm trees don't fill up a lot of space, so I want medium trees for this individually placeable tree set, which is one of the drawbacks of the tropical biome. I'm just setting the default amenity colors for this part, and I'm going to make all the other amenities the same colors. So in all my parks, I seem to notice an imbalance of environmentalist guests, as there's almost always, way more environmentalist guests. Are they just easier to get in your park, or I don't know? Is that just how my parks end up? Does anybody else only get environmentalist guests? Because I rarely get general and adventure guests at all. So I'm just putting this for two reasons. One, to make people not touch the fence, but also so you're going to look through these little windows here and get a view into the habitat. Which actually, well, Proceratosaurus was in the original Jurassic Park. We didn't get to see it on screen, but it was part of the park. In fact, several species haven't come to the island yet. I'm just surrounding this area with mountainous stuff, which I do all the time. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. It doesn't make the park so good to love, but I do like the look of it on the ground, and it makes it feel encased. Because I often end up with just space that I can't fill up. I don't really have a solution to that, but anyway, I'm just gonna go and do some exhibit work here. Place some big trees. It's gonna be pretty sparse, but it still needs to be cozy for them. And I can't fit water in here, so I'm gonna make this like a water trough. Just turn the lights off. I have to put the log, of course, and I'm putting some lights to light up the exhibit at night. I'm gonna pay a lot of attention to this park, how it looks at night, to make sure that you can really see things at night, because a lot of guests will be here during the nighttime, so I want to make sure it still has good views. Then I'm gonna recolor all these lights to green. I don't think I want to recolor any of the other lights, but I did notice that the lights on the wall pieces can't be recolored, which was interesting, because they do have lights. But that also contributed to this area, because it made it fill up more, I guess. Anyway, here's the other door that you can enter the nature walk through. I'm not doing too much decoration, because I don't want this video to be too long. I want it to be under 30 minutes, probably. Because this speed build is only on 300% speed, I usually do them on 500. But sometimes 500 feels too fast. There's a visitor center sign, and I'm putting it here too. Putting some Jurassic Park banners. I'm not happy with this area, really. So there's when you don't have all buildings, there's a real imbalance between the building sets. Like, the Jurassic World building set is way superior to me. I have to have that concrete fence, really, to build a good park. Which is why I almost never use the Biosyn building set. I've used it maybe once or twice. And which makes the Malta and Jurassic World building sets some of the best. Except the Malta has like a very unique theme that I don't feel like I can use as often, which is why I almost always end up going to Jurassic World building set, which I don't like, because I like to try to use the other ones. If I could just have the concrete fence and the invisible fence in every building set, I would be very happy. And the fluffy bush. Just gonna finish customizing all these amenities. I feel like I'm talking too much. Maybe not. There's probably like 4 people still watching at this point anyway. But that doesn't really matter to me, because I like making YouTube videos. They're fun. It's really fun to make these videos, even if not a lot of people watch them. If you haven't seen the new trailer for Instinction, go watch that. That's a like a survival well, it's not survival dinosaur video game. I won't be playing it on the channel. That one doesn't look that appealing to me. But the one that I will be playing when it comes out in a year, maybe 2 years, is The Lost Wild. I'm really excited for that game. Gotta connect this so we can transport it into Proceratosaurus. I was going to use the default pattern, but I actually decided to use a different one. I'm gonna go with a more foresty color. Anyway, thank you all for watching this speed build so we can celebrate the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park, the greatest movie of all time. I'm gonna connect this path through the nature walk, and then we're gonna go ahead and go through a tour of what we built today. We'll probably come back to this park build in a month or so after we finished World Park, which check out those videos when they come out. They're actually doing pretty well on my channel. Well, comparatively. It's interesting, with the new pylons, we don't have new substations to go with them. That's weird. Let's see these processors. Alright, that's an okay pattern. I prefer the default, though. Okay, I'll come back to this next episode. Let's tour what we built. I'm gonna put it in night mode. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You have just arrived after a long helicopter ride, and you're ready to take the Jeeps into the park. You hop in one. The driver starts driving you down a long road through the jungle. It's well lit. To the right, you see a fence. You wonder what's behind it. You're very excited for your journey to the park. Up ahead of you, you see the looming gates of Jurassic Park among the trees. Definitely not a fire hazard. You get out of the Jeep, ready to put down your bags in the hotel. The visitor center's that way. That's the first place you'll head. Hotels sprawl out in every direction. You have to find yours. You try to look in to get a glimpse of the tiny Proceratosaurus, but you can't see any. You hope they eventually plan to have some dinosaurs on it. Dinosaur tour. This way. Oh, never mind. Can't go there. Alright, you're gonna try to go find the nature walk if you can find the exit. You head back around where you were after having dropped 3 bags in the hotel room. You pass all these shops. You can come back to them later. The next helicopter has already arrived, bringing more gas to the park. Up ahead of you is the door that leads to the nature trail, which will lead you into the main part of the park. The sign says the visitor center is this way. The path is slightly overgrown and the jungle is dark at night. You hope this path isn't too long. To your left, you see an emergency bunker, which spurs you slightly, but you head on. Past another visitor center sign. You should be almost there. A large banner looms ahead. It says, "When dinosaurs ruled the earth," and you enter the park.